It's Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance, and we are joined by Hasan Ikhrata. He is the Executive Director of the Southern California Association of Governments, and a SCAG, which is what exactly?
It is a metropolitan planning organization that does planning for the 6 counties, 191 cities. The counties are Los Angeles, Orange, San Bernardino, Riverside, Imperial, and Ventura.
It's like a nation.
It's
like a nation.
18.4 million people. As a state, we would be the 5th largest state in the union. Our main job is to make sure that our transportation system is sustained and works.
Well, how's that going for you, sir?
It's not going as well as one wants, and I think your viewers would want to know that funding is in short supply.
And let's talk about that, because there's a lot of discussion about our roads, our infrastructure, and we know that a lot of that is funded through the gas tax.
Right.
Now, the blessing and the curse of getting funding through the gas tax is with gas prices going down, that means the gas tax is going down. With people driving hybrids, we're using less gas.
Correct.
And we haven't increased the gas tax
Since
in decades.
93.
Right.
We paid 18 cents per gallon federal taxes in 93. We pay 18 cents per gallon today. Like you mentioned correctly, the revenues are going down. Hybrids, electric, less vehicle mile travel.
Right.
But we look for our nation, for our leaders to come up and put forth a transportation bill that's fully funded.
But do you anticipate in this political climate an increase in the gas tax?
But the good news is in California, actually SCAG led the state by having the governor last year signed Bill 1077 to start California in a pilot program to go from a per gallon gas tax to a vehicle mile travel tax, a user fee.
So let's talk about that, because in some ways it's appealing. The more you use the roads, the more you should pay.
And regardless whether you use electric or hybrid, you're using.
But the flip side is, you know, with housing prices being so expensive, you have people moving farther out. So in some ways, the people that are driving the most are ill-equipped to pay more gas tax or vehicle use tax.
Sure, let me push back a little bit on that, because if you're living further out, you're obviously living further out to get more housing for your money. That means your income is not high enough to afford housing in the coastal areas, which means you own older cars. They still will consume more gasoline and you'll pay more taxes anyway. So from an equity standpoint, yes, there's an argument to be made, the more you drive, the more you pay. But if you own an older vehicle, you're paying more because you're consuming more gasoline.
So is the vehicle usage fee is that when's it being put into effect?
Okay, it's going to take some time to implement. Obviously, we prefer that's implement nationally because if you come to the state of California, you have one system, and when you leave the state, more states right now are looking at this seriously. Oregon just finished their pilot and they're starting the actual thing. Washington and California starting this year, the pilot program. The more states they do it, the more national it's going to be. It's going to be fully implemented by 2025. In the meanwhile, what do you do in the 10 years? And I believe the United States Congress need to bring some more revenues. They're discussing now raising the gas tax, which is politically probably in this atmosphere is impossible, using some corporate tax credit to fill the gap. So we need something in the 10 years, but eventually we have to move to a user base because hybrids are going to be more of them, electric cars more of them. We can't rely on the gasoline.
Okay, his name is Hasan Ikhrata. He is the Executive Director of the Southern California Association of Governments. My name is Brad Pomerance. We thank you so much for watching us on Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.